Oh, Gedson with a really good play there. That's the type of stuff that makes you start off with the goal-scoring opportunities. Defensive AI blocks it, but we end up getting the goal-scoring opportunity. See, that's... Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another Portuguese player. It's kind of like EA is trying to get on my good side with this, but EA, your gameplay's still trash. Don't forget that, because I did that Ribic player review, and that gameplay was atrocious. It usually isn't the first day that Foot Champs is open and all that kind of stuff, Fridays, right? But, ladies and gentlemen, we have Gedson Fernandes as an SBC now. This is a very important card for myself because he will slot into my team very, very nicely. If we look at his stats, guys, we have some significant stat improvements in a lot of areas of the card, right? The way I'm going to be using this card myself is I'm going to be using William Carvalho and Gedson Fernandes in the same team. So they're both going to be playing as my CDMs. This card can be used as a center mid, but if you do use him as a center mid, I highly recommend giving him a Hunter chemistry style or a chemistry style that improves his shooting, his dribbling, or whatever it is, like to use him in the center mid position. I'm going to be using him as a CDM in the right center defensive mid position. I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to line him up in the game. But what I want to review is the chemistry styles with the cards in regards to what would make sense to put on him. So for me, again, because of the position I'm going to be playing him, I'm going to put a shadow on him, right? He's going to be the fastest that he can potentially be. So if he has those high work rates and he pushes up a little bit too far, he will equally push back with the pace that he has with the high defensive work rates, right? 3-star is a little bit of a downfall of the card, but it's okay because we will be using him on the right side with William Carvalho's 4-star weak foot, left-footed, or he's 4-star weak foot, but on his left foot is the weak foot. On the left center defensive mid position. So this card on a shadow, for me as a CDM, for the fun concept that I've seen the card with, I'm going to really enjoy it. I used this card right here. Anyone that watched my Xbox gameplay knew that I was using Gedson Fernandes' card as a fun concept in the this is the very beginning when I first made my team. I was like, I'm going to go with a Liga NOS team because I know I'm never going to use it again, right? I used Gedson Fernandes' card and I'm like, you know what? This card's actually really good. If we look at the improvements between that card and this card right here, we're looking at 4s and 5s for the shooting, 5s and 4s for pace, 8s and 6s for defending, and then 3s and 4s for physical. So they're kind of getting the idea of what upgrades need to be made on certain cards for them to make sense now. They're getting the idea of what actually makes sense with the huge upgrades on cards like this. So I'm very happy to see that he did get a card. I am 100% going to do it no matter what. Liga NOS Portuguese player looks fantastic. They're matched up against Shakhtar Donetsk, which is going to be a very hard game, just like Sporting versus Başakşehir here, Turkish team on form, and I think it was Porto that was going to face Bayern Leverkusen. So all those three teams all three of those Portuguese teams are facing very hard opposition. We're not mentioning Braga because Braga obviously doesn't have a card, and even if they did, it probably wouldn't even be that good anyways. But they've been doing it for the top three teams, so I've been pretty happy with that. So other than the fact of you using him as a CDM, if you don't use him as a CDM and you want to use him as a center mid, may I suggest improving the shooting as much as possible, right? Because his passing is already very good, right, for a person to be playing in the midfield. His physical is very solid. He is 5'11" with a decent stock in game. He's kind of skinny-ish. He's like, he kind of has the stock of a Aubameyang in this game, kind of, right? So take that into consideration because those things are very important. So, you know, you could improve the agility and balance if you really want to, but he's playing as a midfielder, not as an attacker. Well, any position, it's important to have agility and balance to be able to move and cut inside really quickly because the CDMs kind of start and end your plays, right? But in my opinion, if you use him as a center mid, I would slap a Hunter on him to make him as fast as possible so that he can push up and come back just as well. You could give him an anchor card where you improve his physical presence as well. And if you play him in the CDM position, now that I'm looking at it, I actually might give him an anchor card instead of Shadow because, yes, he's not being improved to his maximum capability in regards to pace, but having that extra physical with his stock in the game would actually be very nice. So you know what? I'm going to try him with an anchor right off the bat because he's going to be a player I'm going to be using in my team. And if I realize I want a little bit more pace and the physical is not necessarily going to bother me if it's not there, then I will go ahead and upgrade him to a Shadow instead of an Anchor. Anchor is not too expensive. I think it's like 2-3K which is still pretty expensive for chemistry styles, but it's just like the ideal situation. So I'm pretty happy that this card came out. I want to show you guys the team that I am going to be using him in, because I already did the SBC. Don't worry about the cards in the team. I always say this to people because some people are like, oh, but those cards are more expensive than what the SBC should be. But these are cards that are just like chilling on my team, right? So I'd rather not have to do the, oh, but this price. As long as I get it exactly to the team rating, I really don't care, right? So yeah, we're just gonna have a nice little walkout right here. Saves me the effort of doing the thumbnail over here, right? So another Portuguese player, which is fantastic. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just mute the Elgato just for a second here, because the EA could, not EA, but they could copyright it, right? So looking really good. Just a nice little thumbnail picture. And yeah, so let's go ahead and progress into this. Put the Elgato back on. And I want to show you guys how I'm going to line them up in the team, because in my current team, the only players that are off is Diego Carlos and Ter Stegen for the type of team that I've made, right? So I forgot to put the sniper on Bolasie, so I need to do that. Take a look at this team and tell me that this isn't an absolutely gorgeous team, right? He gets all the links he needs because of Bruno Fernandes and all those guys, and it's just a brilliant, brilliant team. Again, Ter Stegen and Diego Carlos are the only off guys, but Ter Stegen is there because not that many good Portuguese or Liga NOS goalkeepers right now, and then Diego Carlos is there because the only other option I can really use is Pep, but then I lose chemistry in certain places, right? So the reason why their Militao is fine, obviously, is because of the fact that he does have the FC Porto thing, right? So that's why he's in the team. But this is how I'm going to be lining up with Gedson Fernandes in the team. So we'll go ahead and remove this. I thought I would just put him in the team instantly, to be honest. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go put the midfielder in the team just to make it look absolutely saucy there. Liga NOS, there it is. And we're going to go ahead and put him in the team. So 81 rated. If he gets an upgrade, it would be massive for me personally, right? So this is a team I could see myself even using in FUT Champs. Like, obviously, the only person that's off is Saravia, but I could do this whole situation where I take out Corona and I actually put in Nelson Semedo in that right back position, and then I can put Gonzalo Guedes on 7 chemistry on that right side. But I do want to use Corona because it's freaking Corona, right? And it sucks because if I had one of the Portuguese, if I had an FC Porto player to give me that link with Corona, it would work perfectly. But you know what, actually? No, this is possible. This is very possible. Just give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, guys. So I was just like overthinking the team a little bit, but yeah, it's just a matter of like just looking at what I would like to replace in the team and what I want to have on 7 chemistry and whatnot, right? So as this team is right now, it is on full chemistry to the positions that the players are in, because Bolasie is obviously 7 on thing because of left forward on striker, but it is full chemistry for the most part. But there are some players here and there that I would definitely switch, but it's a very, very fun concept of a team. The only players that are off are Diego Carlos and Ter Stegen, and it doesn't even bother me because I like both of them, so not necessarily a huge deal for me. But we are going to try this team in game to see how they do perform, and I'm very, very I'm excited, right? I have the sniper on Bolasie, I have the anchor on Gedson Fernandes, and anchor is 4K. I thought it was cheaper, but it's not. But yeah, let's go try it out, and we'll go from there.
Here's Gedson Fernandes. Gedson Fernandes.
He's positioned really well. He follows that instruction of stay back while attacking, cover center very well with William Carvalho. A little layoff pass right there. Going to be able to open up the space a little bit here, and then he gets the ball. So look at their positioning, right? So that's what you want with your team. William Carvalho is the one that's usually like off position, I would say. But he's doing all right now. Little dummy. There it is. It's great that Bolasie has that physical up top. It just makes such a big difference in your team. Might be able to score this one. We're just going to aim it right about there. Let's curve that opportunity. Hits the side netting. Should have aimed it a little bit more to the right side. I had a feeling too. I had a feeling that I pushed it off a little bit too much to the one side there.
A chance to break away now on the counter.
That little fake Rabona, man, it makes such a huge difference. I'm telling you. Ah, he's offside. Oh, Gedson with a really good play there. That's the type of stuff that makes you start off with the goal-scoring opportunities. Defensive AI blocks it, but we end up getting the goal-scoring opportunity. See, that's being able to be aggressive and get that ball quickly so that you can go on the attack instantly is very, very important. And being able to do that in that situation is what ended up getting us the goal. So, really good job there from Gedson.
Loses possession. Taking on the opposition and the responsibility as well. Gedson Fernandes. Here's Gedson Fernandes. Shreds it through.
There it is. Beautiful goal. Bruno Fernandes makes a very, very good run right there. And we end up scoring that opportunity. Bolasie did a really good turnaround pass there. That's like very, very small things that kind of like make a big difference. What I actually want to try out for the attack is because something is just not really doing it for me. So maybe it's the players in the box set to 4 or 3, or maybe I should have it set to 2. But I kind of want to set it to 2. And then on the instructions, I want them to stay on the edge of the box for the cross. And then Bolasie, I want him to move the way he wants to move. And I'm going to switch the actual playstyle itself, again, to possession. So we're going to try it out with possession to see if that makes it move a little bit better in regards to, you know, fitting my playstyle. But very good opportunity there. Nice little touch there, Bruno Fernandes. We get the 2-0 lead. A little pass there by Bruno Fernandes. Bolasie going to do a nice little skill move to get into the space here. Lay the ball off instantly. Wait for some support here. Pass it back. Utilize the middle. Not really much work in there, so we're just going to keep it rolling. Keep passing the ball until the opening space opens up. There it is. Nothing yet. That's a little run right there. Drag back, and boom. There it is. Nakashima's really fast at doing skill moves because his center of gravity is like really low, right? Because he's a small player. So we just find that little bit of space right there, and then instantly shoot the ball to score that opportunity. Alright guys, so final verdict on the card. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a cheap card to do. Again, it's more for sentimental value than anything else. In the Portuguese team, or Portuguese hybrid team, he plays really well. Him with William Carvalho in the middle of the pitch is a very, very good combo. I like the way that they moved amongst each other. I think they were playing very, very well. Hopefully in the future, EA comes up with like a Diogo Jota and Ruben Neves card, because Ruben Neves, I think with the medium-high work rate, that specific work rate with the 4-star weak foot would definitely make the team more balanced, than we can use William Carvalho in our Liga Santander team. But I do think that the card is worth using. I'm very happy that EA released him because he's a very, very cool card. He's a very cool concept of a card. Like all 4 of these players that I have that are Europa League cards could potentially win their matches and get upgrades. So very, very excited for that. If you guys have any suggestions for me to take out Bruno Fernandes, and be able to use William Carvalho with Gedson Fernandes, but use Gonzalo Guedes in the team instead of Bruno Fernandes, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. I'm going to try to figure that out because Bruno Fernandes' lack of pace is not ideal, and I know if I gave him a Hunter chemistry style, he wouldn't have enough dribbling for me to thoroughly enjoy using it. Maybe he would. Maybe I should try him out with a Hunter. It's just that trying out with a Hunter is like 15k, so with a sniper, though, he just feels too slow in the cam area. So just let me know in the comment section down below, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.